Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it's just Marco here today. I am here to do a very quick video. This was not planned at all. Yesterday, I was uh, working on some things and I was just having fun and enjoying the evening, not watching the Oscars. And then I saw the news of what happened with this disgusting person, Will Smith, physically assaulting Chris Rock just because he told a funny little joke. And I thought it's pretty sickening. I mean, this is not what children should look up to. This type of behavior, this type of, and in fact, what's even worse than the behavior itself is the fact that you had a room full of people who then cheered him on, and then gave him a Best Actor award 20 minutes later. That's the worst part because, don't forget these are the same people who enabled Harvey Weinstein and let him abuse people for years and years. And so you really shouldn't expect anything less from them. But just the fact that it happened and it happened on live television, it's pretty embarrassing to say the least. I mean, the joke that he made, it was kind of funny. I mean, Chris Rock. I've always maintained that he's a really good and funny actor, and that he even though he's in these past couple of dramatic things, he's kind of failed being dramatic and being serious. I still do think that he's a good actor and he's a funny actor, and for him to be humiliated live on stage like that and assaulted by a like basically like a big crybaby. I mean, I make fun of Safi's bald head all the time, and she never hits me in the face. And so I guess she has more restraint than Will Smith himself. And that's saying something. Because this is not the behavior. And that's another thing is that, when is Hollywood going to draw the line at this unprofessional, woke era of people who they don't respect movies, they don't respect cinema, they don't respect the business because they showed you last night how much they respect it. Will Smith showed you by physically assaulting another comedian actor just because he did a funny little joke about his whore wife. And let's be honest, I mean, everyone makes fun of Jada Pinkett Smith. I mean, I made fun of her and I got banned off of Facebook because I made fun of her on an article and they said I was bullying her. And so I guess this bitch is really, she's really sensitive and she's really, but I don't really care. I mean, it's like everyone makes fun of their relationship, their open relationship. Everyone makes fun of that. Like, it's nothing new. Like, their relationship is probably the biggest joke in Hollywood history. Seriously, like, out of all the relationships, all the weird ones, theirs is the biggest joke. And for years and years, people have said they've felt sorry for Will Smith that he's with that whore, and they wish that he'd leave her. And it's like, honestly, now you can see what it's all about. You can see that you have this woman, and a joke was made about her, and then you have this little bitch of a man, who goes and assaults someone for a joke. I mean, that's pretty pathetic. It's just it's pretty telling for this feminazi Hollywood era that that's what they're going to accept to happen. I mean, if I were the Academy, I would probably kick him and his wife out of the show. and I would give the Oscar to someone else, which I'll say, when you watch my award show later, I didn't even nominate Will Smith. So I never would have had to worry about this happening at all. I gave the Best Actor Oscar to someone who achieved it and who 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 deserved it. You know, I didn't give it to a guy who goes and physically assaults people on stage for a joke. And then what's even worse is that you have all these people who are making excuses for this what do you call him, this buffoon who does this kind of stuff. I mean, he humiliated the entire industry in 10 seconds. It was basically like that moment in A Star Is Born where, what was that? What was her name? Victoria? What did they call her? What was her stage name? You know, where the main girl's husband comes to the Oscars and then he gives like a drunken speech and then he slaps her and he ends his whole career. You know, that's basically like what that was. And I would also ban Will Smith from never coming to an Oscar ceremony again, or his whore wife. I mean, she's probably too busy getting banged by other men anyway to be at the Oscars. You know, and it's funny because I really think that she deserved it, this joke. And I think that from now on, all people should joke about is her. Because, you know, I just can't stand this pussified mentality where, oh, I can't joke about that, I can't joke about that person, I can't joke about that. It's like, you know what? Let's joke about her even more, because we should not put up with the society where if you joke about someone, you get physically assaulted in front of millions of people. And I have to applaud Chris Rock because from now on, I think that I'll be watching his movies more and I'll be supporting him more because he really took it and he didn't even care that it happened in the moment, really. He was just like, yeah, that was really weird. And then he moved on. And he was pretty good. I liked him. And I can't wait to support him more. But I'll have to say this too. I'll never be reviewing another Will Smith movie again on this channel because I don't want to support that type of person and I don't want to support the people who support that type of person either, because at the end of the day what he did is his own fault, but all the people making excuses for him and supporting him, those are the people who I'm concerned about the most. Because if I did something bad at the awards ceremony, I wouldn't want anyone, including my fans, to make excuses for me and my bad behavior. You know, I would want to, you know, own up to it myself. And the fact that he got to get Best Actor is just, it's really telling. Obviously, Hollywood is not going to draw the line anywhere anymore. They're just going to they're basically destroying themselves from the inside. That's what they're doing. And I really despise what they've turned the Oscars into. It's bad enough the fact that they didn't show certain awards. It's bad enough that you had little dick losers like Sean Penn threatening to destroy his awards if they won't let the Ukrainian president speak at the Oscars. You know, it's bad enough that we have stuff like that, but and then also like the terrible hosts, making the jokes that we all expected them to make. And it's really what's worse about them is that they nominated that Lucy movie, and Lucille Ball was a really good comedian. And to nominate that movie and then have these three unfunny, woke women as the hosts is really like a shame. But anyways, like I'm really embarrassed by this whole situation. It's pretty sickening, and it's just like, you know, it's like what is this, like Goodfellas, where like you can't make a joke or else you'll get shot? Like the next thing that'll happen is you'll have one of these little crybaby bitch actors like Will Smith taking a gun to the Oscars and shooting someone if they don't like what they say. I mean, just think about The Irishman. Remember in The Irishman when that one mobster was at the comedy club and it was his birthday, and the guy made a joke about him, and even he didn't go up there and physically assault him. So even mobsters and gangsters have more restraint than this fucking little crybaby bitch Will Smith. I mean, his career is over. At the end of the day, his career is over. And I am glad because he hasn't made a good movie in years, and his whole relationship problems and his, it's so gross. Like, you'd never have this happen in old Hollywood. Never. Ever, ever, ever. And I felt bad for all of the talented people there who didn't cheer him on, who were there and had to be humiliated as well. Because the thing is that I wouldn't want to be associated with this ceremony and this behavior. Like, I wouldn't even want to be there. In fact, if that happened, then I would probably just leave. Honestly, like I don't want to be associated with a domestic violence type of person. Ugh, what a disgusting person. So please like this video and comment. What do you think about? I mean, he just made a little joke about Jada Smith and her bald head. I mean, it wasn't even that bad of a joke. It was light work for him, and it was like a little it was like a little feather of a joke. And you have this crybaby bitch physically. It's really, really a bad look, really bad. But to me, the even worse bad look is to the people who are supporting him now and making excuses for him and calling him like a hero for physically assaulting someone. And then please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more uh, videos. Oh, actually, wait. One last thing is that if you watch my awards video later, I awarded Chris Rock with the award for worst actor. In fact, I gave him. That's what was funny too, is I gave him like a worst actor award, and then Will Smith goes and punches him, slaps him, whatever. Uh, I gave him this award, and I'd like to take that back. The award was called the actor who needs to get off their high horse and act. I originally gave that to Chris Rock. Well, I'd like to take that back, and I'd like to give it to Will Smith, even though I never want to see him act again. He deserves the award way more. And after what. Okay, so goodbye, everybody. See you soon.